Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Halgreen, and I'm an enterprise account manager located in Denmark. And today we'll go through our ransomware pitch. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out and unmute your microphone or chip in during our chat. I'll prefer that we'll take it in the end, but if needed, you can take it during the session itself. So let's continue. According to our research, 85% of organizations have admitted to having at least one ransomware incident in the past year. That number is pretty staggering. In fact, only 16% of the companies that were attacked were able to recover their data without paying the ransom itself. But paying the ransom doesn't guarantee you'll get your data back. In fact, 1 out of 4 of the organizations who choose to pay the ransom still weren't able to recover their data. Every one of these companies had some form of disaster recovery plan, but they still feel short recovering their data because they weren't able to restore from clean, reliable backups after a ransomware attack. And recovery from ransomware isn't easy. In fact, our ransomware trends report shows that one average takes a company 3 weeks to recover data after a ransomware attack. Many times it takes even longer. Just imagine the impact to your organization if you weren't able to access mission-critical data for weeks. At Veeam, we believe that having clean, reliable backups is the first step in taking the threat out of ransomware. And Veeam gives you the most available options for recovery on the market, ensuring your quickest time to recovery after an attack. Cyber resilience relies on planning, and there's no silver bullet. It takes a holistic approach across all areas of your business, and we see that the organizations most effective at cyber recovery take a one-team approach with IT and security. When you're planning with your teams, it's important that what data can you not afford to lose? How do you back up your mission-critical data? Can you detect data loss and corruption? And can you restore fast and accurately? Are your disaster plans tested and current? Veeam can help in all aspects of your cybersecurity planning. We align our capabilities to the NIST cybersecurity framework to simplify how your data protection strategy integrates with your cybersecurity strategy itself. We want you to get back to business fast and avoid negotiating with criminals. Here's how we do it. Your best line of defense is powerful simplicity, made up of data portability, industry-tested standards, and no black box infrastructure. You also need relentless security from end-to-end encryption and the Veeam hardened repository and the security and compliance analyzer. And last but not certainly least, you need to be able to recover from anywhere to anywhere, recover anywhere with recent clean data. With Veeam, you have options. You can recover from on-prem to cloud, cloud to on-prem, and cloud to cloud. And even also on-prem to on-prem, we have to remember that. Let's talk about early detection and how Veeam can help. Veeam provides you the analytics to see things like changes in your environment that can indicate an attack against your backups. It's easy to take this for granted, but it's amazing how many subtle changes an attacker can make that will only be discovered in the middle of an attack. With Veeam, you can monitor changes that indicate an attack and automate response, or send alerts off to your SIEM, or pronounced SIEM, to help your security teams narrow down the scope of the infection. Here's an example. Attackers have been seen making changes to backup jobs so the job runs correctly, but the data isn't valid. They back up the same amount of data, but it's garbage. The attacker is counting on you only looking at things like the audit logs, so you see the job completed and don't find out the data is missing until it's too late. Being able to not only see when the job was changed, but also know who made the changes and what data was affected can help your security team scope an attack and limit the damages. When it comes to data protection, the industry standard approach of the 3-2-1 rule is something many organizations practice by default. While this was the gold standard for many years, it's simply not enough in the age of ransomware. Organizations need to go a step further and ensure they have an immutable backup or copy of your data and have done comprehensive testing to ensure there are no errors in the data itself. Put another way, it's now the 3-2-1-1-0 rule, or the zip code of availability. So you need 3 copies of your data: production, backup, repository, and tape. 2 different types of media, disk and tape. 1 side copy, this can be either your backup repository or tape library. 1 of which is air-gapped or immune. Tape can be either or both when using worm media. 0. Tools such as Veeam Secure Backup can be leveraged for automatic and customized testing, ensuring that each backup job is fully recoverable. We give you powerful immutable options which allows you to protect your data from your performance tier to your archives, both on-premise and in the cloud using hardware you're already familiar with from any of our 17 storage partners. We are not locking you into specific hardware, so you can have multiple levels of immutability and a consolidated view into your storage. This also means you get the security and recovery speeds you need today and can grow with your storage needs for tomorrow, all while ensuring the data is protected from the bad actors. For most vendors, if you lose the backup server and its database, you lose the ability to recover, even if you have a copy of all the backups. Even worse, when law enforcement gets involved, you can lose access to your backup repositories if the box you are using to run your backups becomes evidence in the investigation. Our portable data format means if you lose your server or your data center, it's still possible to recover. You need to move from your physical hardware to virtual, or between clouds, or even from the cloud to another on-premise data center. It's simple to do that. The point is, as long as you have a copy of your data, you can recover even if you lose the Veeam server. Most companies rely on audit logs to determine if a backup was successful. They hope that the data is available because they don't have time to test their disaster recovery plans. Many times, processes are too difficult and manual to be done on a regular basis. This opens significant room for error during a ransomware crisis. Veeam gives you the ability to automatically create and maintain your disaster recovery plans and use those plans on a baseline for regular automated testing. Veeam not only help you to prove that your backups work as expected, we make sure you can recover all your applications without surprises. For example, the complexity of most applications requires you to recover them in the right order: database, middleware applications, front end, and so forth. If you recover the application in the wrong order, it may not work, and you end up spending even more time manually troubleshooting the issue to get back up and running. Veeam's automation capabilities let you create application groups so recovery happens in the correct order and at scale so the application works in the first time. These are just some of the many capabilities that Veeam offers. And all of this makes Veeam the leader in our space. Industry analysts recognize this too. Veeam is ranked #1 in market share per IDC and has been ranked #1 in the ability to execute and leader in Gartner's Magic Quadrant for the 7th year in a row. Look at behind me. We have a market-leading Net Promoter Score of 75, demonstrating our high customer satisfaction across the customer experience with Veeam. Finally, Veeam addresses the needs of large, complex organizations, and in fact, 81% of the Fortune 500 are Veeam customers. We believe in bringing people, processes, and technology together for a true solution that makes your business continuity the priority. The ultimate form of recovery protection is our ransom recovery warranty. With our recovery warranty in the event of attack, Veeam is so confident you will be able to recover your data with Veeam leveraging our technology and best practices. We will pay for the cost of data recovery from attack up to $5 million. Veeam takes our security standards seriously and pursued a host of globally recognized certifications, including ISO 27001 and SOC 2. As well as Veeam product certification, our encryption module is certified to the NIST FIPS 140/2 standard, and the Veeam data platform was approved for the approved product list for the US Department of Defense Information Network in June 2023. We all realize that backup is vital, but the reality is recovery, and recovery is everything, and Veeam is the best at it. Thanks for your time today. We would love to help you take the threat out of ransomware. With all 450,000 customers worldwide and the success we've shared today, we want to be sure you have the support of a team who deals with these challenges day in and day out and is prepared to help advise you based on your needs. Thank you very much. Thank you for today, and just reach out if you have any questions regarding the Reds pitch I just shared today, or if you have any other questions regarding our Veeam products and functionalities and capabilities. Thank you, and pleasant Friday.